Please be seated, everyone. You have accompanied Natasha to her wedding here today. You now give her hand in marriage to Connor.
I do.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Would you like to put your flowers onto the table? Hold hands, because you're getting married. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and on behalf of the Essex Registration Service, I would like to welcome you to Parklands today to celebrate the marriage of Natasha and Connor. My name is Sharon, and my colleague today is Tina. And Tina will be making a permanent and historic record of the ceremony and producing your marriage certificate. Before we begin the ceremony, I must tell you that the place in which you are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. We're all here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Natasha Louise Fellows and Connor Richard Gare. If any person present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. I think that's a good start. Now, this is a special day for Natasha and Connor, for today they have chosen to make a public commitment to each other through vows sincerely made and faithfully kept. And through your presence here, you are expressing your support for them. Connor, Natasha, today you will exchange vows of marriage that will unite you as husband and wife. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. The purpose of marriage is that you may always care for and support each other through every aspect of your lives. Now, at this point in the ceremony, we're going to have the first of our two readings today. So, Sandy, if I could ask you to step forward, please.
Connor is my brother, not by blood, but by choice. I have been part of his life for as long as I can remember. I've watched him through each stage of his life, turning into the amazing man he is today. Connor has achieved incredible things, but I know that today will be his greatest achievement, calling Natasha his wife. I remember the first time I saw Connor and Natasha together. I walked in the room and saw this beautiful person sitting and smiling next to Connor. But what I remember most was the way that Connor looked at Natasha, in awe, completely and utterly in love. That unmistakable, incredible sense of knowing that she's the one. I knew it right then and there, before I'd even been introduced, that they would spend the rest of their lives together and that he would look at Natasha that way forever. Now I know Natasha, I know that she is even more perfect for Connor than I imagined. She's beautiful, not only on the outside, but also on the inside. Her smile and laugh lights up the room and her heart is always full. I have watched Connor and Natasha blossom as a couple. They have achieved so much and I know will go on to achieve even more as they step into their new life together as Mr. and Mrs. Gare. Make sure to always dance passionately, laugh often and love each other always.
Thank you very much. Now Connor and Natasha see their marriage as the promise of hope between two people who love each other, who honour one another as individuals and who wish to share their future. They now wish to affirm their relationship in your presence as they start their new life together. So I am now going to invite you both in turn to make a declaration that you're free lawfully to marry. So starting with you, Connor, if you could repeat after me. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Connor Richard Gare.
Why I, Connor Richard Gare.
May not be joined in marriage.
May not be joined in marriage.
To Natasha Louise Fellows.
To Natasha Louise Fellows.
Now the same for you, Natasha. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Natasha Louise Fellows.
Why I, Natasha Louise Fellows.
May not be joined in marriage.
May not be joined in marriage.
To Connor Richard Gare.
To Connor Richard Gare.
Now the solemn moment has come when Natasha and Connor make their formal and legal contract before you all. So if I could ask all of the guests please to stand once again. If you would like to just turn and face each other and say yes. Still hold hands. And Connor, if you can repeat after me, but address your words to Natasha. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Connor Richard Gare.
To witness that I, Connor Richard Gare.
Do take thee, Natasha Louise Fellows.
Do take thee, Natasha Louise Fellows.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
And Connor, do you promise to be loving, faithful and to care for her throughout your married life together?
I do.
And Natasha, if you can repeat after me. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Natasha Louise Fellows.
To witness that I, Natasha Louise Fellows.
Do take thee, Connor Richard Gare.
Do take thee, Connor Richard Gare.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
And Natasha, do you promise to be loving, faithful and to care for him throughout your married life together?
I do.
All the guests would like to be seated. Now Connor and Natasha have also chosen to exchange a personal promise today. So Connor, if you would like to make your promises to Natasha.
Natasha, seeing you standing here in front of me today fills me with excitement, pride and happiness. But I want you to know what you are seeing standing in front of you. These are the eyes that will never tire of seeing you as the beautiful lady that you are. This is the mouth that will always try to say to you the right thing at the right time. Whether that be words of support, words to make you laugh, or to tell you that you have lipstick on your teeth. These are the ears that will always listen to you when you want to tell me about your day, talk about nothing in particular, or vent any frustration. And this is the skin that will turn wrinkly as we grow old together, and will show the effects of the stresses of overcoming anything that life tries to throw at us. These are the arms that will always cuddle you, especially if we have just had an argument. And these are the hands that will always treat you when your shoulders are hurting and you've got a headache after a long day at a dance competition. This is the finger that will proudly wear the ring that symbolises our lifelong unity, and this is the heart that will always love you. Finally, this is the man who promises to support you, care for you, be forever proud of you, and devote himself to you.
No, I've got to do mine. Bad time now.
And now, Natasha, you've got to make your promises to Connor.
I'm not quite sure I'm going to do this. Connor, you are my everything, my love of my life, my rock, and now very nearly my husband. I will stand by your side no matter what life throws at us. I will support you with all my heart and do all I can to make your dreams and goals in life come true. From this day onwards, everything will be ours and not yours or mine. Unless it's my chocolate, then in which case it is definitely mine. I promise to say I love you every time we say goodbye and every night before we sleep. To never take our love for granted and to show you every day how much you mean to me. I promise I will cuddle you at the most inconvenient times, when you're cleaning your teeth, trying to get ready for work, or just generally trying to do anything around the house. One thing I can't promise is that I won't get annoyed when you make a mess just seconds after I've cleaned. But I promise I will always do my best to make our house a wonderful home. I promise to love, care, and cherish you every day for the rest of our lives. You make me laugh every day with your crazy sense of humour, and I'm the luckiest girl in the world to have you here by my side. Connor, I love you more than words could ever say, and I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together as husband and wife.
Now at this point in the ceremony we're going to have our second reading today. So David, if I could ask you to step forward.
I'm quite sure I follow all that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Natasha and Connor have asked me to deliver a talk on love this afternoon and its meaning. My brief was, David, please could you do a talk on love at our wedding? We know you'll be brilliant. Here's hoping I meet your expectations. Before I start, however, I'd like to express how pleased and honoured I am to be asked to do this on your special day. Thank you. Love. A word that is used in so many ways and for so many reasons. What is love? How does love feel? How should it be used? Is it something that is ever changing or is it static? When writing this speech, these are all questions that have entered my mind and I have attempted to answer in my own perspective. I urge you, whilst listening to me today, please concentrate on how you personally perceive love and how you present love in everyday life. The dictionary defines love as a strong, positive emotion of affection or pleasure. I think this is just scratching the surface of what love is. Love can be both simplistic and complex at the same time. It can cause joy and anguish, a sense of purpose, or a sense of despair. Love can be seen in many forms. For example, I love my wife. I love my children. I also love my football team. Come on. And I particularly, Natasha, love chocolate. Love is powerful, but for me, less about romance and more about respect. Love has no real prerequisites and is both emotional and physical. Love is about working together to achieve the best for each other, or supporting each other through difficult times. Love is a commitment to one another, and allowing each person to grow, to succeed in whatever they choose to achieve. Love is about helping people blossom, but also being there to catch them should they fall. Love is about giving and sharing with each other and having the ability to truly understand people's motivations behind their acts. Love is not taking things for granted, but instead being devoted enough to help people live better and easier lives. Love should be embraced and never forgotten. It should never be taken for granted, but instead refreshed regularly to remind us of what true love feels like. To answer the questions that I've asked at the top of this reading, love is a special connection between two people that feels like the most powerful bond ever to exist. It should be used in partnership and in harmony with each other, but with flexibility in order for that bond to never break. As in life, love is never static and always ever changing. Marriage is the ultimate sign of love. It is the joining of two people that have expressed their love of each other and want to spend the rest of their lives together. My advice to you both is to absolutely be a partnership, allowing yourselves to share in each other's passions and interests, as well as give yourselves time to be your own people. Be caring, but also set high standards of how you both want to live. I'd like to finish, if I may, with a short poem that I feel encapsulates everything that I'm trying to say. To love is to share life together, to build special plans just for two, to work side by side and then smile with pride as one by one dreams all come true. To love is to help and encourage with smiles and sincere words of praise. To take time to share, to listen and care in tender, affectionate ways. To love is to have someone special, one on whom you can always depend. To be there through the years, sharing laughter and tears as a partner, a lover, a friend. To love is to make special memories of moments you love to recall, of all the good things that sharing life brings. Love is the greatest of all. I've learned the full meaning of sharing and caring, of having my dreams all come true. I've learned the full meaning of being in love, by being and loving with you. Natasha and Connor, congratulations on your wedding day. I wish you all of the luck in the world of your new lives of love together. Thank you very much.
Now, a wedding ring is an ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract you have just made. It is an unbroken circle which symbolises unending and everlasting love, and it is an outward sign of the lifelong promises you have just made to each other. Connor and Natasha will now exchange their wedding rings, so if I could ask Callum for the rings, please.
Got your best man, Judy.
Let's go back.
So, Connor, you now have Natasha's ring. If I could ask you to place the ring on the tip of the third finger of her left hand. And holding it there, repeat after me. Natasha, I give you this ring.
Natasha, I give you this ring
As a symbol of our love.
as a symbol of our love
And as a lasting reminder.
and as a lasting reminder
Of the vows we have made here today.
of the vows we have made here today.
Push the ring fully on. Natasha, if you would like to take Connor's ring. Again, just place the ring on the tip of the finger and holding it there, repeat after me. Connor, I give you this ring
Connor, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love
as a symbol of our love
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the vows we have made here today.
of the vows that we have made here today.
Connor and Natasha, having consented in law before your witnesses and your guests here today to accept the state of matrimony, and by virtue of the vows you have made and the giving and the receiving of a ring, it's my pleasure to announce that you're now husband and wife, and you may kiss your bride. And if you're Congratulations to both of you. We are now going to have the signing of the register, so if you would like to come round to this side of the table.
We'll do it again for camera. I won't tread there. I'll move away from that bit.